As the tribe emerges from the dark, wet jungle, the tribe knows not what it will see. Bing! The bike that you guys have seen before, all covered up. My 1976 KZ900 is under that bike cover. And over here, I just found a brand new fresh pack of 4 NGK B8ES plugs, which is what the KZ900 takes. And after Athena's little issues with her battery, I bought a nice little battery charger, put it on this bike the other night. I thought the battery might have been flat, but it shows that it's holding a charge. So after finding those plugs, and it's got a little bit of a charge, and it's been sitting in the garage for like years now, a couple of years, after getting brand new carbs that I sent away and got them 6 months later. Kind of eager to see if she still starts up. I don't know if she's gonna, but a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments and stuff on Facebook if what's going on with the KZ. I couldn't find her key for a while, but I just found it. It was right in front of my eyes the entire time. So, I don't know. Let's see if this old bike, let's see if she starts up with some new plugs. She's only got 50 miles of riding in her if she does start, because the bike is fouling the hell out of the plugs. But if she starts, I think maybe she deserves a fresh tank of gas before she sits for another undisclosed amount of time. So I'm going to pull the bike out of the garage right now and change these plugs really quickly, put a little air in that front tire, and let's see if this old girl, she's been around for almost 40 years, so she's a tough girl. Let's see if she starts. Alright, old girl, let's uncover you. You have been not running for way too long. For those of you that don't know, the bike, either it has one of two problems. Either the valve guides, the bike fouls plugs after about 50 to 70 miles. It just completely fouls them out. I don't know a whole lot about these older bikes, but what I've been told from a mechanic that did, I guess he did like a half leak down test. He didn't do the full test, but he said it's either the valve guides or the piston rings. The bike's got only 21,000 miles on it for being a 1976. I think that's pretty low mileage. It doesn't seem to me like the rings would go out. But I don't know, I guess he said if they sit for a while, which this bike did, stuff like that can happen. So, I don't know. Outside of that, aside from a few little frame cosmetics, the lower end on this bike is absolutely solid and buttery. Before it fouled the plugs and I just put it in hibernation, I had sent these carbs off to Oregon to this specialist who goes by the name of Wired George on the KZ forums. And he took 6 months to rebuild these because he's got such a long line of people that send him carbs. And I told him the elevation I live at, the area, and he said he tuned them and redid them and just dialed them in to the exact specs that they should be at here on Maui. And when I finally got the carbs back, 6 months later, started the bike up, started up great, ran great. And then after 60 to 70 miles, it just died, and I had to get the bike towed back home. And at that point, I was just like, ugh, I was so irritated with it. And then I just started kind of thinking like, oh, okay, you know, this bike, it's already a 1976. It doesn't matter if it sits in the garage for another 20 years. I'm never going to get rid of it. So I always knew I'd come back to it when I could. And I'm kind of feeling like I want to get back to it. My friend Jason just bought two 79 CB750s, and he's going to take the parts off the two bikes and build one sick-ass little cafe-style bike. He's the guy that you may have seen on my Instagram post. He has that policed-out black and white Harley with the low sweeper bars on it. It's pretty sweet. But anyways, let's pull this bike out. I'm going to change the plugs really quickly, and actually I'll pull one of the plugs out and show you what it looks like here in a second. Okay, so the only other time one of these plugs was pulled, or the plugs were pulled, was when the mechanic took a look at them, and they're pretty bad. I'll show you. Okay, so that's the plug after. Can you see that? Does that focus? Are you focusing, Sony? That's the plug after 70 miles. Not even 70. Looks pretty. Oh, what is that? It's totally white on top, and then it's really black and sooty. But another one of them's like just wet and gross, and I don't know what the effect of having the plug sit in the bike for over, gosh, it's been probably over 2 years now, would create for the bike. But let's pull the others out and I'll lay them all side by side, and you guys can take a look at them, and you pros out there might be able to tell me a thing or two about what the bike might be doing. This is what came out. This is pretty interesting. I don't know if I noticed this before, but this is with all the plugs sitting in the bike for well over a year now since this happened. These were brand new plugs, only about 60 to 80 miles on them before they turned into this right here. And this is after the carb rebuild, and the bike was sitting for 6 months. So plug number one, dry threads. The top is totally white. The inside, I don't know if you guys can see that, is a little bronze around the center element there, and then it just goes black, charry black. Number two is the same, threads are dry. It's not white on top, it's a little bronze on top, a little more brown in color around the center. I forget what that's called. What is that? The third one, the whole neck, I mean, look at this. If I just squeeze this, the whole neck of it wet with oil. And then the last one, the threads are also wet, but not as wet as number three. And the same thing. This one probably looks the worst in terms of how the top is like really blackened. So I'm guessing that, yeah, that would be, wait, that wouldn't be the head gasket. The head gasket's down here. This would be the, or would that be the head gasket too? God, I don't even, no. This is the head gasket. This is, no, is this the head? Fuck, I don't know. Anyways, so 1, 2, 3 was that black guy right there, and that one was very wet. So I'm gonna put the new plugs in, try to start her up, and probably ruin 4 more plugs. But I don't know. I just figured I'd give them a shot, see if the bike even starts. I don't know if it's gonna happen because the gas in here is probably so old. Let's turn the old Pingle petcock to on. And I just got all new petcock, everything. The one thing I would do to this bike, if I could, is coat the inside of the gas tank. I think it's in dire need of that. Alright, let's see what happens with this old girl. Oh, what was that? What's that? Oh, right turn. How's that beeper still work? Alright, she's on run, she's in neutral. Let's give her a couple twists of the throttle. Let's see what she sounds like. See if she even makes any sound with a frickin' flat, over 2-year flat lead acid battery. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, she still turns nice and juicily. Okay, cool. Give her a couple more. You know, with these old bikes, you gotta kind of give them some TLC. They're not just gonna fire right up. They want some loving. But hopefully she'll start up with that new set of plugs. Come on, girl. No. She wants to chill for another minute. Okay, come on, girl. Come on, you old 1976 KZ. If you guys are into sport bikes, you gotta do a little Google search on this puppy. The KZ900. It's one of the bikes that started the party. I think it was called Project Steak, coming out of New York City. Honda and Kawasaki head to head. Kawasaki dropped this bomb and the rest is history. Alright, I let about a minute go by and then I gave her a little crank and she started to sing that old familiar song. Let's see if she still wants to sing it. Come on, girl. 3, 2, 1. There it is, there it is. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Woo! Oh, baby. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. Yeah, let's let her get up to temperature. She doesn't want to keep running right now. Let's get her up to temperature. Oh, she's breathing right now. She's like, ooh, baby, what's going on here? Choke, 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 choke her. There we go. Little choke, baby. Oh my gosh. So, that's where she stands right now. She's got about 50 miles of, sweating my balls off. She's got about 50 miles of ride time on her. But if I can get her back in action, I'll do some vlogs on this bike. It's so fucking awesome. Okay, let's hear her sing one last little sweet little song I'm gonna check out and see if she'll roll around a little. Sounds so good. Choke her out a little. Alright, fuck it. Should we do a little moto vlog on her? Should we do a little moto vlog on the KZ just up to the gas station? Oh. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There you go. There you go. Yeah, let's do a little moto vlog on her. Why the hell not? Change of plans. I just took it for a little just shot down the street and back, and the gas in there is so bad it feels like petroleum mixed with Coca-Cola. So I don't want to get too much of that in the carburetors. I'm gonna pull the gas tank off right now. We still got a little bit of light. We're good to go. Oh, it felt so good riding her halfway through the throttle. She starts to, yeah, she's not happy with the gas. So let's get her some good, nice, fresh 92 octane, and let's see if she feels like rolling in a short little moto vlog. So now I have probably like 49 miles of ride time left in her. Alright, peace. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty nasty. That looks only semi-flammable. Alright, another change of plans, tribe. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to clean the gas tank, and it seems like what a lot of people are doing is putting apple cider or vinegar in the gas tank, letting it sit overnight, and then neutralizing it with some baking soda, and then cleaning it out and filling it up with nice fresh gas. So I'm going to do that. Let's give it a day, and it doesn't really matter because with the power of editing, vinegar is purchased, parking lot is paved. I'm driving to my friend Jason's house right now for one of two reasons. Number one, I'm going to check out his two new used old CB750s that he purchased, which he's turning into one of them into a little cafe racer. And number two, I'm going to use some tools to take the petcock off my tank and fill it up with vinegar and let it soak overnight. Get rid of all that ugly rust sediment. It looks like Mr. Jason isn't even home yet. There's old Datsun right here. Looks like a parts car for that 76 hoodlum machine. What's happening, tribe? Let's check out his CB750 while he's not here. I got the Harley right there, all dialed in. And then this machine. Oh my goodness, he's going old school cafe racer style. So I guess Jason had 2 of these bikes. And he just, on this bike yesterday, went crazy and stripped it down to the frame and started putting, I guess, this engine, which was probably that engine, back in this thing. Full on cherry picker status and all. We're both cracking up because we're actually both doing the same thing on the same day. I was like, oh, I'm working on my tank right now. He's like, oh shit, I was just going to go buy all this expensive stuff for my tank to clean it out. I was like, oh, let's try this vinegar technique because like it seems pretty effective on YouTube. So for a fraction of the cost, hopefully it works just as well. Flushing some of the larger sediment out. Alright, we're going for that apple cider vinegar final fill. Let her sit for 24 hours. But knowing me, I'll only let it sit for 12.
Leave that rest for me.
What? Why you got a scallywag on my apple cider vinegar, boy? Frickin' Jason making me give up some of my prime apple cider vinegar. You're lucky I've known you since I was 3 years old. You're lucky, boy. Okay, let's check Jason's out. And this thing was, oh yeah. Well look, that already right there up top already looks so much better. Alright. Only time will tell how good this works, but from the videos I saw, it works pretty damn well. This is looking pretty good right here. Look down in there. Looks pretty clean in there. We'll let this sit. Get this puppy back on the road all nice and shiny like. Morning of day 2. Don't mind the afro or the welding glasses. It's been a long night. Got my accidental broadcast shirt on and I'm about to go into the hardware store over there. True Value Hardware. What I'm looking for is something to ream out the gas tank because the vinegar seems to be working pretty well. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to grab something, see if I can find some kind of snake, something that flexes, something that I can clean and scrub all the debris off. Sticking my finger in the tank and just wiping the rust, it just wipes right off. So this worked really well, which I'm excited about because it saved a lot of money in otherwise having to buy expensive gas tank cleaning products. More on that later. Over and out. This is where we're at. Got the KZ sitting here in the driveway. Got the gas tank sitting in the back. It's got about another 2 hours soaking with some apple cider vinegar, full to the brim. Got some magic fun stuff here. I'm gonna fill the tank in a little bit, put a little seafoam in there, a little fine grade steel wool, some Marvel mystery oil, polish this up a little, some mag aluminum polish to kill the next 2 hours while I wait for the tank to reach its 24-hour mark, and then I'm gonna fill it up with some 92 octane, and let's see if we can get this little puppy on the road just for a few miles. Scrub it, woman. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, the look of death. Yodi, why aren't you helping, Yodi?
Yeah, Yodi.
Come on, Yod. Let's get this KZ all shiny. Time to get rid of this apple cider vinegar. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna cut the camera and dump this out properly. Oh, is Yodi gonna help me? Is Yodi gonna help? Yodi, don't. No, that's apple cider vinegar and rust. You're not gonna like that. That's not the hose. That's not the hose. Go away, Yodi, go away. What? I'm sorry, Yodi, I love you. The apple cider vinegar mission was an absolute success. Take a look at that. The whole inside of the tank is just spotlessly clean. I'm just blown away at how well that worked. Let's see if we can get this. Can you guys see in there? Look at that. It's just, so now I'm gonna swish around like one more round with baking soda to neutralize all the vinegar. Holy crap, that is fantastic. Right, so now I have emptied the tank, some baking soda here, some sodium bicarbonate, and put it in the tank. Whatever, a little messy. No one ever said cleaning the tank was going to be a clean process. Oh, I can already hear it sizzling. And we got some Hawaiian Mountain Fresh distilled water. Go ahead and look at that. Go ahead and put a little bit of that in here. We're going to swish it around From what I've seen on the interwebs, swishing it around is what is going to neutralize all of the apple cider vinegar, the acidic properties of the vinegar, so it'll stop that acidic process. And I'm going to drain it out, let it dry out for 30 minutes or so. It should be bone dry, and I'm going to go fill it up with some 92 octane. In the meantime, I'm still polishing this puppy up, cleaning it up. Remember, she's still down. She still needs valve guides and or rings, but brand new spark plugs in this bike. I hope I can get her rolling just for a few minutes, just as a little piece of inspiration. Hopefully get her down to a mechanic soon and really get into the engine and get her back on the road so she's got another 20,000-30,000 miles in her. Everything else is absolutely solid on this bike, from the brakes to everything. It's just totally perfect. I just put this tack on today, which I've had for a couple of years. I ordered it new used and just got that on, so that's all good. That's working. And yeah, moving on. Okay, the beautifully restored KZ900 candy apple red tank is very close to being dry. It's absolutely beautiful in there. I think she's going to be very happy to be receiving some consistently clean gasoline. And yeah, I think we're about ready to head off and get some gas. Because sometimes you just got to gas it up inside of the front of the truck on the front seat. All that petcock is holding. It's all good. A little Pingle petcock, it's brand new. The ring on it is amazingly functional. Oh shit, is it on off? Yeah, I think so. Her tank is on. Just gave her a little start. She started right up, Tribe. Are we interested to see what she sounds like with brand new shiny gas? Oh, watch how easy she starts. 1976 with bad valve guides or rings and or rings. Oh baby, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 1976, baby. I'm gonna take her for a little spin just to make sure she's all good, and then I'm gonna take you guys for a little spin with her. Do you want to hear the sweet song she sings? I don't know if the audio is gonna translate. Listen to her sing though. Oh my god. She is just happy right now. Oh my goodness. So close. She's so close to being a consistently running bike. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. A little bit of a hiccup there. She freaking shakes the earth. Her tachometer working beautifully. Alright, I'm gonna go take her for a little spin. Alright, Tribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this temporary revival of the 1976 KZ900. I'm gonna stop talking right now because there's nothing I can say that's gonna sound any better than the sound of her singing a sweet song. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Catch you on the flip side.